Then we think about collaboration really as a way to expand our reach. So who can we find that is a like-minded partner? Could be a person, could be an institution, could be a different brand that can help us reach more people. So Depop is a circular fashion marketplace, and these two sort of statements, or these sort of really sum up the opportunity for us, which is we're intent on making secondhand a first choice and a better option than new consumption that we've all been conditioned for decades to want to do. Fashion is a very wasteful industry. There are billions and billions of garments that are amazing, not just accessible, but amazing, that exist in circularity and supply right now without buying new stuff. And the wonderful thing about Depop, and this is why I think I'm excited to still go there after the 4 and a bit years I've been there, is that if we help change consumption behavior and we help people embrace circularity, it also, in addition to driving impactful change for fashion waste, the environment, it's also how our business grows. So I've been lucky enough to work at a number of really interesting companies along the way, but it's so pure for Depop that if we help do good things, if we help people sell their stuff, people buy in circularity, it's also how we grow as a business, and that's a really kind of wonderful thing. And so this notion of kind of keeping things circular, you're going to hear about me talking about those a lot. I use the word circularity a lot with regards to Depop. So a little bit more about Depop. These two on your left are sort of quotes actually from people that we've sort of surveyed over the years, and actually this notion that we love of people come for the clothes but stay for the culture. People really think it's participating in something. It isn't just a transactional sort of listings sort of experience. It's actually a thing. It was built to have a community at its heart. It was built to be, you can express yourself, you can sell your stuff to other people, you can connect with other people, and that really resonates. And it's very unique, I think, amongst the competitive set of secondhand marketplaces which now exist. So people come for the clothes and stay for the culture. And this is another quote that we love of people sort of describing it as not just a platform, but actually a place. So it feels like stepping into something. It feels like a place you can show up and be yourself. And for those who know Depop and have sort of followed it over the years, Gen Z is we grew up along Gen Z. Gen Z kind of coming online really actually was the kind of catalyst for what Depop has become. But the amazing thing is, of course, we want to bring more and more people into the circular economy, and more people across the course of time are more tapped into conscious consumption, and at least they may be still buying new stuff, but they think about it and they're aware of the impact. And so for us, we've kind of grown up with Gen Z, but the offering isn't just for Gen Z. The offering is for anyone who is interested in doing something potentially better and potentially different for their fashion consumption. So we think about youth culture, though, as a great attractor. Like, it has to be more, we have to make secondhand more desirable than firsthand, otherwise people will keep doing what they do. And youth culture and the energy and the creativity that comes with it, it's very much part of how we grew up. We will continue to participate with that, but open the aperture to more and more people. So our audience is anyone who's up for style inspiration. That can come from many, many different places. If you don't care what you wear, you probably might still default to going to the most close high street store, but if you have an inkling of being open for something else, Depop can be a place to you. And we have more than 30 million garments on the platform at any given time. So whatever people are looking for, there's an interesting version of it on Depop. So these are the things I'm going to talk to you about, and sort of the alchemy between them. And these are sort of 4 words and 4 ideas that we speak about a great deal. And they're words that not every business uses, or some businesses talk about culture or talk about community as a sort of, oh, it's a nice, interesting thing to have, whereas we find it fundamental for the commerce part. And I've given lots of talks in the past about the first 3, but the commerce part's really important. We are still a business at the end of the day. We actually have to make money in order to reinvest in these things, in order to continue to push the agenda forward. And ultimately, we need to be capable of showing the value of these things so that when I'm doing budgets and when I'm doing business reviews, I can actually make a case for reinvesting and investing at greater and greater scale. So when we think about culture, we really think about the ability to drive affinity with an audience. Can we show up in interesting ways? Can we understand the context and contribute something meaningful to it that people will remember and that people will want to align themselves with because of the things that they love? We think about community, it's really about the opportunity for advocacy at scale. We're very lucky to have been born a community business, but the massive benefit of brands that turn to and develop and fostering communities is then you ideally have a bunch of voracious people out in the world advocating on your behalf. And Depop is very lucky to have that, but we also spend a lot of time nurturing that. Then we think about collaboration really as a way to expand our reach. So who can we find that is a like-minded partner? Could be a person, could be an institution, could be a different brand that can help us reach more people and through them and their gravitational pull, bring more people into the circular economy. And then obviously commerce. We have to understand that things need to get paid for. I have to be capable of understanding which bits of the stuff we're doing are working best so we can reinvest in them. And of course, it's really the alchemy of all of these things, and they blur into one another.